Have you ever noticed that being completely open with family isn't always the best approach? As we grow older, we naturally want to be transparent with our loved ones, believing that honesty is the optimal policy. But sometimes, certain things are better left unsaid, not because of secrecy, but out of wisdom. Not every detail needs to be shared, and in many instances, keeping particular matters private can safeguard both your mental well-being and your relationships. In this video, we're exploring 5 things you might want to keep to yourself after 65. These aren't about deception or isolation, but about maintaining your independence, preventing unnecessary tension, and ensuring your personal boundaries remain respected. You might be amazed at how much tranquility comes from keeping select matters private. Stay with us until the end, because understanding these 5 things could transform your family interactions, providing you with more freedom and perspective in your later years. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Financial decisions and assets. One of the most delicate subjects as we age is money. You might believe that complete transparency about your financial situation with family will avoid misunderstandings, but truthfully, it often generates more issues than it resolves. Revealing every detail about your savings, investments, or what you've set aside for the future can trigger unwanted advice, influence, or even family disputes, particularly when different generations view money differently. Some relatives may have good intentions, but their worries or viewpoints can feel like meddling, and sometimes people who were previously distant suddenly show great interest in your finances once they discover what you possess. You've probably witnessed it before. Someone your age shares their financial plans with their children, only to find their decisions questioned constantly. Perhaps you've seen a friend handle persistent pressure about how they should utilize their money, whether they're told to downsize, change investments, or allocate more for grandchildren. Getting advice when you request it is one thing, but when others think they have input in your personal choices, it quickly becomes frustrating. And remember, once you reveal your complete financial picture, that knowledge can't be retracted. There's also the issue of personal autonomy. If your family begins viewing you as someone making poor financial decisions, they might feel justified in intervening, sometimes with good intentions, but not always in ways that honor your independence. You might hear remarks like, "Are you certain you should spend that much?" Or, "Wouldn't it be wiser to distribute some of that now instead of later?" And even without direct pressure, just knowing others are observing and analyzing your choices can feel uncomfortable. This doesn't mean financial discussions with family should be avoided entirely. It's prudent to have clear estate plans and communicate necessary information when appropriate. But you needn't share everything: the exact amount you possess, your personal spending, or even new investments. These are yours to manage. If keeping certain financial matters private allows you to enjoy life without unnecessary opinions or pressure, that's not secrecy. It's wisdom. Number 2. Health concerns that aren't urgent. As we age, experiencing more health issues is natural, and we often feel compelled to share every ache, pain, or discomfort with family. They care about us, and we want them informed. But there's a distinction between keeping loved ones updated about significant medical issues and overwhelming them with every minor concern. Constantly sharing every small health worry can create needless anxiety, stress, or even prompt family members to make decisions for you prematurely. You've likely experienced this, mentioning minor joint pain or fatigue, and suddenly finding yourself amid debates about whether you need a doctor, dietary changes, or new supplements. Family members, especially younger ones, mean well, but their concern can quickly become pressure. They're researching treatments, making appointments, or saying things like, "You really should take better care of yourself," as if you haven't managed your health for decades. There's also a psychological aspect. If you constantly discuss health issues, even minor ones, your family may start seeing you as declining faster than reality. They might treat you differently, assuming you're more fragile or incapable than you feel. Once this perception forms, changing it becomes difficult. Suddenly, they hesitate to include you in activities, question your ability to travel, or suggest you need extra assistance, all because you mentioned your knees ached more than usual that day. Of course, communicating major health concerns is important, especially when they impact daily life or require family support. But choosing to keep minor issues private isn't dishonesty. It's protecting your autonomy. You have the right to manage your health without unnecessary interventions or stress. Sometimes, silence is the best way to maintain control over your well-being. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Your true thoughts on family conflicts. Family dynamics can be complex, and as we age, we often find ourselves involved in situations we never sought. Siblings arguing over inheritance, adult children holding grudges, extended family members who don't get along. These situations happen in almost every family. When you've lived long enough, you've seen patterns repeat, old wounds resurface, and history repeat itself. It's tempting to intervene, offer advice, or share exactly what you think about who's right or wrong, but typically, this only intensifies the conflict. Perhaps you've experienced this, trying to mediate a dispute, only to find both sides suddenly oppose you, or offering a strong opinion, thinking you're helping, only to realize later your words were misinterpreted. The hard truth is that family conflicts tend to resolve themselves or not, regardless of your input, and when people finally move on, they remember what was said in heated moments. If you take sides or express strong opinions, you might find that even after the argument is forgotten, resentment toward you persists. This is particularly important regarding opinions about younger family members. Sharing what you truly think about a son-in-law, a daughter's parenting approach, or a relative's life choices might feel honest initially, but those words tend to stick. People rarely forget feeling judged or criticized, even with good intentions. What seems like helpful advice to you might feel like rejection to them, creating emotional distance that never fully heals. That's why one of the wisest actions after 65 is practicing selective silence. You needn't agree with everything or pretend problems don't exist, but you also don't need to comment on every family situation. Instead of giving opinions, sometimes the best response is simply, "I hope things work out for the best," or "I trust you'll make the right decision." This keeps you connected without being drawn into drama that ultimately isn't yours to resolve. Keeping certain thoughts private can be key to maintaining peace, not just for your family, but for yourself. Number 4. Your regrets about the past. As years pass, reflecting on the past is natural. Choices made, opportunities missed, paths not taken. Everyone experiences regret somehow, but that doesn't mean it always needs sharing, especially with family. You might feel compelled to discuss things you wish you'd done differently, whether regarding your career, child-rearing, or life-shaping decisions. But what you see as honesty or self-reflection can be misinterpreted by those closest to you. When parents or grandparents express past regrets, children often take it personally. If you mention wishing you'd spent less time working and more with family, your children might hear, "I wasn't a good enough parent." If you say you regret not relocating or pursuing different dreams, they might interpret it as saying your life with them wasn't fulfilling, even if that wasn't your intent. Those words can linger, creating unnecessary guilt or resentment. Similarly, with relationship regrets, discussing a past love, even harmlessly, can make your spouse or family feel like second choices. Even reflections on faded friendships or missed opportunities can alter how people view you. Instead of remembering the strong, resilient person they've always known, they might start seeing you as someone dwelling in the past. That's why some regrets are best kept private. It's fine to consider them, process them, even learn from them, but discussing them with family doesn't change what's happened. It usually only burdens those who love you. The past can't be rewritten, but how you carry it forward is entirely your choice. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. The full extent of your financial situation. Money is among the most complicated topics in any family. It can unite people, but also create tension, misunderstandings, and conflict. As you age, you may feel compelled to share more financial details with your family, whether about savings, inheritance plans, or financial challenges. While discussing certain financial matters occasionally makes sense, excessive openness about money often causes more harm than good. One major risk of revealing too much about finances is changing how people treat you. If family knows you have substantial savings, some relatives might view you differently, perhaps expecting financial assistance or hinting at inheritance hopes. Conversely, revealing struggles might cause excessive worry or questioning of your financial decisions. Either way, money changes relationships, and once changed, reversal is difficult. There's also the independence issue. The more your family knows about your finances, the more entitled they may feel to give unsolicited financial advice. Some might even start making decisions for you, believing they're helpful when actually diminishing your ability to manage your affairs. You might suddenly face directives about where to live, how to spend, or what's best for you, all because you shared details that might have been better kept private. This doesn't mean keeping everything secret. Having plans properly documented with a trusted person, like a financial advisor or estate executor, is wise. But beyond that, sharing only what's absolutely necessary is often best. Keeping certain details private maintains control over your financial future while avoiding unnecessary stress, tension, or unwanted advice. If you've noticed how money discussions change interactions, you understand why this requires mindfulness. Ultimately, your finances are yours to manage, and maintaining some privacy ensures relationships with family remain based on love and respect rather than financial expectations. Final thoughts. As we conclude this video, reflect on the 5 things we've discussed. Keeping certain matters private isn't about secrecy or distance. It's about protecting your peace, dignity, and relationships. Not everything needs sharing, and sometimes the wisest choice is knowing what to withhold. Consider your own experiences. Have you ever shared something with family only to later realize it changed their perception of you? Or perhaps you've withheld something and later recognized it was the right decision. Wisdom often comes from experience, and as we age, we learn some things are best kept to ourselves. The beauty of aging is gaining clarity on what truly matters: your peace of mind, independence, and relationship quality. Being selective about what you share allows life control while maintaining strong connections. It's not about excluding people, but preserving what makes relationships meaningful. We'd love your feedback. Comment below, sharing one thing you learned today and how you'll apply it. Your thoughts matter to us, so please share. Reading your comments provides great motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating informative and inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.